growth has outpaced urban demand after over 2 years. Rural growth came in at 7.6% for the January to March quarter, while urban demand growth stood at 5.7% for the same quarter. To get the better understanding of this, so we have my colleague Amit Ranjan now joining us. Amit, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us. We also have my colleague Suyash Maheshwari as well. Tell us what is happening over here. For the longest time in FMCG segment, the question has always been, when will rural demand be back? And now it looks like it's back.
It's coming back, and we have a good monsoon to look forward to. We always say FMCG has been the laggard even in the stock markets. But it is the non-food segment that has seen a double-digit growth in rural India. It is over 11%. Home and personal care. Staples, whether it's rice, atta, they have gone down. The growth has gone down a little bit from over 5% to little less than 5%, 4.8%. That has gone down. But home and personal care are the ones that have recorded maximum growth in the rural demand. And as you rightly said, the urban demand has been overtaken by the rural demand in more than 2 years. Here we have the figures. The January to March quarter, the urban demand has been 5.7, 7.6. Never before in the last 2 years has that been the yellow color overtaken the other one.
And that's a unique phenomenon, isn't it? In the sense that it's not that been that way forever, Suyash. But off late, you're somebody who tracks the FMCG sector, all the FMCG stocks, and when you ask them, from Hindustan Unilever to anybody, the questions have always been around when will rural demand be back and what is it going to take for rural demand to come back. Now, not only is it come back, but it's actually outpacing urban demand.
You're absolutely right, Krishna. And I think one of the biggest pain points for the Indian economy, as you rightly pointed out, in the last 2 years was that rural demand was lacking, right? Rural consumption, rural side of things was, facing some bit of resistance because the monsoon in the last couple of years was poor. Remember, India was going through El Nino sort of conditions in the last year, this time around. So monsoon really was poor, and predictions coming out from IMD and SkyMet indicate that 2024 is going to see normal monsoon this time around. So what happens is this bodes well. I mean, the income of the disposable income, this will definitely give a boost to the disposable income of the rural segment, and that will drive their demand and consumption for your staples. And I think that we are seeing some bit of green shoots of recovery as far as rural demand are concerned. I mean, after a very long time, a gap of 25 months, rural consumption has managed to outpace urban demand. So I think the economy, I think at least one of the points or one of the major pain points, I think we are kind of finding a resolution for it. And the expectations of normal monsoon this time around is especially aiding that theory, and we are seeing that in the stock price movement as well. I mean, in the last 3 or 4 sessions, if you follow the stock markets, Indian markets have been on an incessant selling spree. Nifty has corrected by about 600 points in the last 3 or 4 sessions, and Nifty FMCG has been the only pocket of the market that has acted as a true defensive and actually managed to rise in a falling market. Nifty FMCG was up 2% yesterday, whereas Nifty was down 1%. So I think for the longest of time, the FMCG pack had not really done or much for the investors. So we are seeing at least as far as demand is concerned, we are seeing some bit of some green shoots of recovery over there. That is improving the overall, macro or fundamental picture for these stocks as well. And we are seeing some pickup in stock prices also, Krishna.
Right. All the action on the ground in India's villages and small towns, resulting in stock price uptick in the big city, in the biggest cities of India, where trading of the stocks take place. So that is an important trend to watch out for. Rural demand back. Interestingly, it's not just about the staples where the demand is back, but it's the home and personal care segment where rural demand is back, the discretionary segment, if I may. So interesting trends emerging from there.